There's a million different sounds that you can theoretically deduce to play to suggest that kind of tension, and a ton of other, because there's like 2,048 different tonalities in the chromatic scale. So do the math. It's endless, which is endless in terms of like what kind of sounds to pick to create the tension, which is one reason why I gave up on that stuff. Because obviously I can't remember all of the different subsets of 2,048 tonalities, and what's the point? All that's happening really is tension is being created. Yeah, each one of those, like B7 creating tension, has a slightly different color to it than D7, which is another one of the other thousands of things you could use. So it is subtly different. It does have its own distinct color, you know. But it's subtle, sometimes, the difference. And I think the most important thing is just that we have ways to create tension, to give the music that forward motion. And I don't think it really matters what the way is. I think it matters when it is, when you create the tension. Are you trying to create a tension that brings us back home at the top of a phrase? Are you trying to create tension throughout a phrase and maybe resolve that phrase into another phrase that isn't tense? Those kinds of things. Like, where do you want it to be? Basically, we're talking about dissonance to consonance here. I sort of tend not to think like that because it sounds like value judgment to me. But you know, if you just agree that there is a place in this world for dissonance, I hope so, because that's all there is, sometimes it seems like. But you could think of it that way. I don't think about what it is anymore, which I did when I was practicing that scale, for example. I would say, okay, if I play, you know, if it's resolving to F, I can play A flat minor 7 flat 5 with flat 9 as a pentatonic scale, and that will create tonic tension that I can then, you know, I would think like that. Now I just say, play some wrong notes. That's basically what I say.